Welcome
to Whips and Sips.
I'm Justine.
And I'm Shelly.
Cheers.
Hello.
What are
Hello,
we drinking,
everybody.
Shelly Lynn?
We are drinking a wine from a dear friend that we met down at Quilter Station. This wine is from, I want to make sure I pronounce her name right, Delnora, our new friend. She lives in California, and her family makes this wine. I'm just going to show a little advertisement here for them. J4 Family of Wines. And this is a Syrah. She sent us a bottle of Syrah. And what was the other one? Do you remember? It was a white.
Here.
It was a white.
Just so you know, I'm drinking coffee, though.
I've never heard of this. Viognier? Viognier? Correct me if I'm wrong, Delnora, but yes. Thank you so much. It's very good.
It
very
is
good wine.
Very good.
So, Pam, if you're watching, it's a good one. Okay, so yes. What else is going on?
Yeah.
Welcome to...
I just want you to know that we're starting the third weekend of Shelly and I spending the weekend together. Actually, it's just going to be tonight.
Oy vey.
Tonight she's
crazy.
going home and she won't be coming back.
No, I have to come back next weekend for Wine Walk.
That's right. That's right. But she won't have to spend the whole weekend.
We're going on several weekends together here. That's what I'm saying.
Buckle your seatbelts, people. So, should we do FFOs?
We can. We might want to say we're a show about cross stitch and other handiwork.
Yes. Yes.
And we want to thank everybody for joining us.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
That's all of
our current subscribers and anybody who's new.
If you're new for the first time joining us,
take your Advil before you finish watching us.
Welcome and get ready for the crazy. All right, I think what we plan to do is, since we were last at a Flosstube, we've been to Quilter Station for that retreat, and we've had 24 hours of cross stitch. So we have a lot to talk about regarding those things, but we're going to get through our stitching first, and then we'll do that at the end. And that way, if you don't care to hear about our escapades, you can just, go on to other floss tubes. So let's start with FFOs.
Do you have any?
I do not.
I do.
Of course she does.
Okay. Stephanie Delder stitched this one for me. See? I didn't say it was me. And it is now framed. Isn't that beautiful? Thank you, Stephanie.
Very nice. And that is Cottage Garden Samplings.
Yes,
right?
This is the reindeer, excuse me.
Now, is that one of the series from last year? Okay.
Yes, I believe this is the 12th one, maybe.
Okay.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, he's beautiful.
Okay, that's one.
I'm assuming it's a he, since he has this stuff,
Can I say that again? Oh, and then the next FFO I have, this is the woodpecker, and this is number 9.
Who stitched that?
Kelly stitched this.
Okay.
Isn't that beautiful?
Also by Cottage Garden Sampling.
Also number 9.
Okay.
And Gary made the frame for this.
Oh, did he? Oh, how nice.
Isn't it beautiful?
Did they bring those today?
They sure did.
Awesome.
They sure did. Okay.
Awesome.
And then,
Goodness sakes.
we have the little brown bat, which is also.
Did he frame it for you too?
She did.
She did.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Deirdre.
Yes. So here is the little brown bat. This one, I have these mixed up. I'm sorry. Anyway, it's part of the cottage garden.
We should probably tell them what we actually only have one brain that we share.
Usually we take turns, but today we're working on half for each. Okay, then I have been so excited. I love these. This is from the Primitive Stitcher magazine.
Punch needle
Primitive
Stitcher.
And this is from Winter. This is Shelly's. And Lynn punched these.
Of course,
I'm on
it's
the
mine.
naughty list. Isn't that adorable? And Mara finished it. Isn't that adorable?
If it's mine, does that mean I need to get to take it home?
Nope.
I didn't think so.
And this is mine. I'm on the nice list.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that cute?
Yeah,
Look at
those are cute.
those.
I saw those.
I just love them.
Adorable.
Lynn did an awesome job punching them.
And she did an awesome job teaching a punch
Yes,
needle
she
class
did. She
at
does a
24
wonderful
hours.
job on that.
Yeah.
And then I have another huge finish. And it's FFO'd. Are you ready? Are you ready?
I can't take it in my current state.
I know, that's what
If you can't tell, I have a head cold and I'm working on cold medicine, so.
Are you ready, people? Isn't that beautiful?
I stitched that.
And Gary framed it.
Oh.
And Deidre framed it for you.
Oh.
So this one was in the sampler box from Kitten Stitcher. And so it's not out yet for to be able to buy.
Release, yeah.
So guess who gets to take it home and use it on their wall?
Yay! For a little while anyway, huh?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Until it
they
comes
did such
out.
a lovely job.
Didn't they? Isn't it beautiful?
I am not the best stitcher. You know who stitches well? Perfect stitches. Stephanie, have you seen her Consider the Lilies? And I told her this in her Facebook post. Her stitching is impeccable. Like, yeah, no, she has beautiful stitching. These, it's like, But
Shelly's are beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
how pretty is that? Oh, cool. So I can display it until the pattern's out, right? And then
Exactly.
Got
So
it.
you can take that home with you.
Let me just get this piece of thread off of your
It's my hazards of my job.
chest.
Thank you.
There we
Didn't
go.
bother you. So those are my FFOs. Did you have any, Shell?
No, did not.
I do have some FOs. Do
Okay.
you?
Yeah, well, kind of.
Well, you go for it. Show us
Well,
the
I finished
kind of.
my 10th block of my Christmas at Hopper and Hollow.
You guys should have seen everybody stop and look at Shelly and look this over at Quilter Station. It's just beautiful. It is just beautiful.
Mama's having a heater. Whew.
Don't we have fans for that?
Whew. All right,
Now?
so
Isn't that here?
okay.
Wimpy.
Block number 10. Whoops. Let's get the bottle of wine out of the way.
Let's do
should
that.
we? The bottle of red
How
wine
about my cup
Yeah.
too?
and your cup. Okay. So if you go up a little bit, this is the block that I just finished. And I have to say, I think it's my favorite in the whole thing. Those cardinals
Beautiful.
are so pretty. I've done I've framed the last 2 blocks, and I've actually designed the final block because, as you know, I just was not a huge fan of the final block, so I'm going to do my own thing. I've designed it, and I'm going to stitch that next, and I'm going to save that full coverage block for last, and I'm really hoping that I can get enough done that I can maybe have a finish at StitchCon.
And then we are going to leave it with Lisa and have her frame it there.
I hope to, yes. And then I have to sell my firstborn child because she's a big girl, let me tell you. So if I want to have her framed, one of them is going to have to go. I'm kidding.
You can come with me.
I'm kidding. And then I always joke and I say, well, no, I'm not going to sell my firstborn one. He was way easier than the other one. And my kids don't
I'm not
watch
touching
this, so.
that with a 10-foot pole. Okay, where's my finish?
Excuse me, pardon.
Pardon?
Pardon the cough. I'm
Oh, I've got a couple of them.
trying not to do that.
Okay, so I got an absolutely gorgeous mug from Judy, which is Chris's mother down in Texas, last year. And my instantly thought is I wanted to stitch something to put in that mug cup so I could use it as a pincushion. So I pulled out the For the Bowl series Turkey Tavern, and I stitched this because these are the colors in that mug. So I switched out the colors just a little bit to match it. But
Where did you stitch that?
in the car as you were driving.
Yep. You're welcome. This is the red wine that's making me hot, just so you know.
Sure.
Doesn't mean I'm going to stop drinking it. It just means...
And then I do have a couple to show. This pattern is from Lucy B, and it was in the cookbook for this year from Market. And we had Sarah from here stitch it like this. Isn't that cute?
Cute.
And then Carolyn stitched hers like this. And both Shelley and I were going to stitch one too.
Didn't quite happen.
I didn't start it. So
Me either.
thank you, Carolyn, and thank you,
I
Sarah.
have really cute stuff to stitch it on. If I eventually do it, then I'll show it to you. But
So those are all my FOs.
that's it?
That's it.
All of your FOs? That's
Yep.
all of them?
Yep.
Okay. Just checking. How about new starts? Did we have the same new start? No, you have several, don't you?
Oh, maybe I do.
Did you
I have
start
a
the
couple-
one from down at
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Want me to go?
You
with
go,
this?
girl.
So I did have a new start when we were at Quilter Station. La-di-da gave us this pattern and a little kit for all of the finishing. It's called Flowers from Mary, and it's gathered from, it says gathered from the original. She has an old sampler that I believe she's going to eventually reproduce, but she did just take a little bit of that and made it into this little pillow, which is really cute. And the colors are beautiful. It's going to be just stunning. I didn't get much of a start. I think you got way more than I did. You want to show your start?
Well, you were working on Christmas at Hockran Hollow.
I gotta figure out, yeah, I was trying to get that block done. So
It's just gorgeous.
yeah, it is very pretty. And well, we can talk about that more afterwards, but the stitching tips that she gave us were just really like some things that I didn't know, and that were very, very helpful. So that was fun. We'll talk more about that at the end. Okay.
Do you have any other new
I
starts?
do not. That's the only new start for me.
I think this is new since the last time. I think.
Well, I think you started it while we were down there, didn't you?
I think I started it right before we left because I was hoping I could finish it.
Oh.
Yeah, I failed. So this is from the Mindful Needle, and it's Reindeer Sleigh Ride.
Pardon me.
And I remember when I came across this pattern again, and I remember that when I saw it at Market, I wanted it, and I wanted to stitch it. So I am stitching it on the Primitive Hair fabric. And there's my reindeer, and I so wanted to have it done. But I still
Not
didn't
so
make
much.
it. No.
We were busy and we were yakking it up,
Oh, speak for yourself.
weren't we? Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And then I had one more. Whoops, here's
Did
another
you?
thread for you. I started my
Oh, yeah.
Sunday stitch. His Eyes on the Sparrow. And this stitching is not like Stephanie. I just want you to know. So I started this last Sunday at 24 hours. And yeah, I did not get very far at all.
But you started it.
I
That
did.
You can't finish it if you don't start it.
That's right. This is on Rogue Fabric, and it's 40 count Dune. That's an awful lot of fabric for a little start like that.
You
So
gotta start somewhere.
my goal is to stitch at least one thread piece.
I'm doing the Sunday
Sunday.
stitches too, but I'm starting with a whip. And when I finish that, then I think I'm going to start his eyes on the sparrow. I think. But yeah, I'll show that here in a minute.
Okay, so those are all
your new starts. Okay. What about whips and whip go?
You go
What have you
first.
been doing there? Okay. Well, since we last met, I think I was finishing up my April whip go after the roses, and I think I had mentioned that I wanted to get to the halfway point on this. So this is after the roses by Ink Circles, and I did in fact get to the halfway point.
You know what's going to happen to you? You're going to have all kinds of finishes all in a row.
I probably am.
Isn't that beautiful?
So that is halfway. I just need to finish the bottom half up higher. And there you go. Finish the bottom half and it's done.
Oh,
and I think this is on my whip go board a couple more times. So,
Shelly.
Yeah. That's, you know, that's a lot of color changes.
It really is. It really is.
It really is. So that was one of my whips. You go next.
Okay, I finished my, what are we?
We're in May.
Finished, this was my April. First part of my April, so I stitched a little
sure about
more
that?
in it. I think so. Smart Alec. I think so. I can't remember. Anyway, that goal was to stitch, I think, 5 hours. So I got a little more on. And this was also pulled for May. And for May, it's just, I think it's stitch a motif. So I don't know. I think my motif, well, maybe it'll be the red
Pick a
down
big
here.
one.
Yeah.
Pick a big one.
Or maybe
motif.
I'll go with the P. But anyway,
Yeah.
I love it. So.
Very pretty. Very pretty. Want me to go? Are we taking turns?
You bet.
So I already talked about my Christmas at Hawk Run Hollow. I stitched on that a lot. But I also got some time in on Turkey Hollow Farm. Because I wanted to be stitching this when we saw Stacy Nash down at Quilter Station. And we had our picture taken with her.
I should include that.
And our Turkey Hollow Farms, yes.
And with Missy also. I should put those pictures at the end.
Yes, for sure. So I'm very excited to say that my border met up.
Woohoo!
And,
Okay, you dinosaur arms.
and the top half is done. So now I'll be working on the bottom half.
Isn't that beautiful? I just, in fact, today I was looking at the Christmas and the Halloween, and even the spring. Beautiful. Well, since you showed yours, I might as well show mine.
You might as well. Should I keep mine out? We'll show them next to each other.
Sure.
Okay. We'll have to
So
go way
here
back.
is mine. And I so wanted to finish this. So want to.
She's way further along than me, but that's okay.
Well, but mine is so much, not really, not when you figure the border, Shelley.
You don't think
And I'm going to have to do my border because, you know.
Oh, and you know what else? Funniest thing. We were laughing at her because she had just the inside of this turkey tail has a lighter color, and she had only that done, and we were teasing her, what's going on with that turkey's butt? What's coming out of that? She said it's his tail, and she finished it. And then I looked at mine, and mine didn't even have a tail. So then we got our patterns out and looked, and sure enough, the tail was missing from my pattern.
That's right.
So I took a picture of her pattern so I could finish my tail, and now my turkey has a tail too. See? Before he was tailless. I guess this guy doesn't have a tail because his wings are up or something. I don't know. I never knew turkeys had tails. I didn't know turkeys could fly until I hit one.
Thud.
And I was sitting there,
Funny.
and I saw him. I was driving. Excuse me. I saw him on the side of the road, and I'm like, oh, Mr. Turkey, do not run into the road. And I thought for sure he was good. All of a sudden, he was airborne, and he was right there. And I hit him on the windshield, and I stopped the car, and the windshield was in my lap, and I thought, that turkey is sitting in the passenger seat next to me. I just know he is. And I looked over, and he wasn't there. Thank goodness. I don't know what I would have done, but
It's Turkey Palooza.
yeah. But seriously, I'm a little embarrassed to say this. I did not know they could fly until then. I was like, who knew? My husband's like, yes, dear. They roost in trees. Turkeys fly.
We learn something new every day.
Yeah, that's my turkey story. It's almost as good as the toaster story. Not quite.
When we're at 24 hours, there's a toaster there. I so wanted to put it by where she was stitching, and I just never got to it.
Yeah, I'm never going to live that one down. Okay.
I'm done with my... No, I'm not.
No, you're not. You've stitched more than that.
Okay. Feliz Navidad.
Navidad.
I know how to say it, but it's...
You know what?
So funny.
I know you're irritating me because you said it right on the phone earlier today. And I was like, okay, she's just messing with me.
I'm so sorry that happened. This is the second part of my whipco. And it was to do a row. Well, I kind of went a little more than a row. Don't you just get started on something?
And, yeah.
And I would love to be able to finish this year. And this is on my whipco board quite often. But with what I have, I wouldn't finish it. So I thought, well, if I could just give it a little extra boost. So
just a little.
I just love it. And I'm sorry these are not ironed.
Oh, yes. That's the other thing that we learned down at Quilter Station from Pat and Ann.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If you're going to do these floss tubes, make sure your pieces are ironed. And I didn't iron either, so I'm gonna beg forgiveness.
Yes, thank you.
I just, yeah.
Okay, so my whips are done.
Your whips are done. Okay, well then the next whip that I worked on, well, I started that Flowers for Mary. And then, as we mentioned, we are starting Sunday Stitches. And I am going to be working on my Lucy Beam, Though He Seemeth Sleeping.
It's beautiful.
I love this thing.
Oh,
this is one that I did on Sunday and I didn't want to stop, but I thought, okay, you're going to stitch on it every Sunday, just calm down.
This is what Linda and Lori have stitched and they finished, and it's, it is just beautiful.
And this is how far I'm not very far.
And what count are you stitching on?
40, I think.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Let me look. 40 count Papyrus by Color and Cotton, which
beautiful.
I've said it before, I'll say it again. I absolutely adore her fabric. I think it's my favorite.
Is it?
Yes. You're a store owner, you can't say that, but I'm not and I can. So there.
Okay.
Yes, I love Color and Cotton fabric.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, teeny weeny arms. Let's get it up here. Let's get your wine out of the way.
Oh, all right. I'll hold it.
Isn't that beautiful? Oh, man.
Ooh, that is really good wine. That is good wine. Okay. Then, you know I have to get everything put away, right? It has to be.
Why should it change? It's been that way for 50 years.
Possibly 56, but who's counting?
You notice she doesn't ask me to help.
Talk amongst yourselves. Ooh. Hey, I made this bag. You see my cute strawberry bag?
Thank you.
Yeah. Once in a while, I do cool things. All right, so.
Once in a while.
My whipco for this. You didn't show your other whipco for May, did you? You showed Peace. What's your other one?
I'll show it. You go ahead.
Okay. So my whipco, one of my whipcos for May is this Liberty by Dames of the Needle. I think I got this pattern on a stash unload, like way back when I first started stitching again. And
look at those blues.
Oh, these colors just absolutely sing.
Oh, this
on
is
this
the piece
fabric
that you dyed.
Justine thinks I dyed this. I do not believe I dyed this fabric. I think it's from something else.
It's beautiful.
I don't remember dyeing it.
Oh, Shirley, that is. Look at those colors pop on that.
Yeah.
Oh my.
And I think I have this on my whipco one more time this year. So I was kind of hoping I would get a finish, but it's really heavy. It's very full coverage stitching.
That is just
So,
beautiful.
I think I'll go through and do all the white first, because you're supposed to do white first, right? And
I would.
then do your color.
I would. So what's the goal this month for that? Did you say? I'm sorry, I missed it.
3 days.
3 days.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have to stitch on it all 3 days, or you just have to touch it?
What does that mean?
Is that the only thing you can stitch on for 3 days?
Oh no, I just have to
I didn't think that was
put
that
some
hard.
stitches. Well, I thought it was getting a little racy in here, quite frankly.
3 weekends, people. 3 weekends.
And then my other, so it was my May Whipco was a patriotic Whipco, because my other call is Land That I Love by Teresa Kogut.
Someday.
I'm sure nobody's
Somewhere.
seen this before. That's the pattern. You have to talk about
that's
this
right.
too that we saw.
This is the piece that took Shelly 5 hours to pick out.
Yeah.
Oh, isn't that
So,
beautiful?
I've already done my 3 nights on the Liberty, or my 3 days on the Liberty, and I've done 1 day on this. So I have 2 more days on this, and then
Okay, it was so worth the 5 hours of you picking out this fabric,
I
Shelley.
think so.
You did excellent.
I think so.
This,
We met some gals at Quilter Station though that are doing it. Do you remember what they're?
yes,
Boston.
I do. Seraphim.
Seraphim Boston,
Yes,
right?
because I will be trying to get
And
some.
it's very similar to this Feldspar. This is Feldspar by Picture This Plus. They're very similar, I think, except the Boston is maybe a little bit more muted or gray. This is a little bit brighter
And
blue,
I know they're saying, because I'm saying, it doesn't matter how many times you look at this. It is just beautiful. Just beautiful. Nice job, Shell.
Why, thank you. So that's pretty
done
much
good.
all of my whips and whipgos.
Okay, this is my second part of May Whipco. It is to stitch a square in the color of air. Oh, poet.
Yes, ma'am.
And I just love these. In fact, I was looking for this to stitch it, and I found the color of, was it the color of autumn that I had? One of them that I have started. Love it. So I am going to, I stitched this one last time. I'm going to stitch this one. So this is where I'm at. I do not have it, I mean, I did. I just put the color in, but that was from last time I did it.
Mm-hmm.
So need to get that square done. And again, this is on my Whipco more than once this year. So I'm very excited.
Very good.
Very excited.
Good. You'll get a darker color in this
Yeah,
one, right?
and
Yeah.
it will.
That'll be nice.
Yeah.
Super. What about plans, madam?
Well, okay. Your plan,
Other than Whipco.
okay, your plan is to finish.
Why is she telling me my plans? You say your plans, and I'll say my plans.
I wanted to tell you. Your plan is to try to finish Hockran Hollow for StitchCon and leave it there to be framed, right?
That's really a tall order. I'm
Okay.
not kidding you, but
I
that
know,
would be
I
my
know.
dream. Yes.
I would love to have something finished so I can do that also.
Mm-hmm.
But then I thought, okay, let's do that. And then for 24 hours of cross stitch in August, the first weekend in August, it's actually going to be held at the Stitchery Nook in Osage, Iowa.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have a goal to leave something there.
There you go.
And what better goal to have than what Liz helped me pick out?
Yes. I like that.
The green on green. So I got this at the Stitchery Nook, and Liz helped me pick out everything. The pattern I knew I wanted, but she helped me pick out the fabric, which this was before I kept track, so I apologize, I don't. And then she helped me pick out the thread. So if I could finish this and leave this with Liz at the Stitchery Nook, I could get this framed also. So this may be on my radar. Maybe a thread a day or something. Or
You
I always
need to
talk
do more
big.
than that, dear.
Deer.
Deer.
But isn't that beautiful? It's in
It is
August though.
beautiful. I love it. Yeah.
Not June.
Yeah.
So that's one of my goals. And then I'm sorry, but maybe Turkey Hollow.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
I don't care.
but
I don't care. You're
And it
getting
would
really
be-
close on that.
it
so
wouldn't be to beat you. It would be to
just get it
finally
done.
finish something.
Yeah.
So, and then
get
I do
that.
have another goal, but you go ahead. Tell us your
No,
plans.
you go. Finish yours up and then we'll.
Well, at market. In fact, I showed you this at market. I know I did because I loved it. It's from Primrose Cottage. Welcome to the North Pole. And we saw the actual model.
Super cute.
It was beautiful. Well, they are going to do a stitch along, and it is going to start in June and go through to November.
Ooh. That's an aggressive stitch to finish it.
Well, you do, I think, don't quote, I don't know because I'm going to follow along with them. But I think you would do like a row a month. Don't quote me. I'm assuming, and I shouldn't assume. But
Very cool.
you know darn well I'm not going to finish it. But I'm going to have a start.
I have no doubts about a start.
Well, and
Zero.
you know what?
Zero doubts about a start.
Yeah, we'll see what kind of fabric I pick. But I'm very excited for that. So, because I did. And it's hanging on the rack, and I look at it all the time, and I go, there's just something.
Okay, so that's all of your plans.
Those are my plans.
Okay. My plans are, like Justine said, Christmas at Hawk Run Hollow. I'm going to skip over that full coverage block number 11, and I'm going to stitch my block 12 that I designed. And then I'm going to go back to 11, and I'm hoping to have it to a point where I can just have the background stitching left to do at StitchCon, and then ring the bell, and then give it to Lisa of L&M Framing.
As Morgan would say, ring.
Ring my bell. Yes, Morgan. Anyway, so that's high on the priority list. And of course, I'm just about done with my whip go for May already. So, and then on Sundays, I'll put some stitches into Though He Seemeth Sleeping. But other than that, it's going to be...
Well, this will be the first Sunday that we're home.
Yeah, for a while. Yeah. So it's going to be Christmas at Hawk Run Hollow. And as my sister says, I'm like a horse running for the barn. I can just taste it. I'm just that close. So once you get to that point, you don't want to stitch on anything else. You just want to get her done.
I hope that the barn doesn't get locked on you.
Yeah, I hope not. So those are my plans.
Woo-hoo!
What do we want to... Well, so haul is next. But a lot of our haul is stuff from Quilter Station and 24 Hours. So do we just want to start talking about that?
You go for it.
Okay. It's very important that you all know that we were not 2 hours into our trip to Quilter Station. And Justine was very mean to me in a Culver's in Clear Lake, Iowa.
And her nose is getting bigger.
I did not think I did anything wrong.
Of course not.
But apparently, something ticked her off because I have never heard her talk like that
Whatever.
in public before.
Let me just say that we were at a restaurant. Not a restaurant.
Culver's.
There you go.
It was Culver's in Clear Lake, Iowa.
They had
I'll
all
never
kinds
forget.
of people behind the counter working. And they must have heard what she said to me, because then when I said something back to her, they were like...
Let's just say we made a scene in the Culver's in Clear Lake, Iowa. Can I say that one more time? And we stopped there on the way home again, and I made her sit in the car. I said, I'm going in by myself.
Amber and Shannon were with us, and well, Shannon's used to it. Poor Amber.
Oh gosh, I thought Amber was for sure gonna like call her husband and say,
Come get me.
come get me, or I'm taking a flight home, whatever. Poor Amber.
You guys, if you could have seen the people behind the counter laughing because she so deserved it.
Anyway, so yeah, the drive down was eventful. We didn't get stopped. We did not get stopped, but it was quite the drive. And I'm not kidding you. Are you going to spit that wine all over? Point that way.
I so wanted at you.
I'm not kidding you. We pulled into the canopy there at the hotel and got out and walked in the door to check in. And it was like old home week. Missy was there. It was so exciting. We didn't get to the desk to check in for like 30 minutes from the moment we walked in the door. It was so fun.
It's so fun to be around people that enjoy what you do. And you hear it. You hear other people say that, but it really is.
Yeah, when I try to tell my friends at work, they kind of look at me like, really?
Well, I'm
cross-stitch.
Well, but then again, you're the one who at work said toast down.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But but what you say is true. When you have like-minded people that enjoy and are passionate about the same thing, it's just a different dynamic. There's something really special about that. So I urge you, if you have not been to a retreat, if you have any way or any means to be able to do that at least once, do yourself a favor, and
because you deserve it.
It is, yes, and it is so fun and so cathartic, and so we just had a great time. And is her name Tina from Quilter Station? Rita, sorry, my apologies. Thank you to Rita for putting on such an amazing weekend, because we just had such a great time.
We did. And if you get an opportunity to go to another needlework store, how fun. We had a blast in there.
Yeah.
And her staff are unbelievable.
Just amazing.
When you walk in the door and they greet you and smile at you and joke with you, it's so fun. Along with that, I also want to say, it'd been a long time since I had been in a meeting type area. Because, my HR department here compared to my HR department where I was, it's just totally different. It was so fun. Every single designer, listening to Rita.
Yeah.
It's just, you learn. You learn. They are also knowledgeable that I left with a high. I really did.
Yeah.
I really did.
Her staff at the store was so nice. We walked in the door and they're like, "Are you naughty or nice today?"
I was nice.
Yeah, of course. But at the Culvers in Clear Lake, Iowa, she was not. Not nice.
Oh, I can only wait for the traveling trip to StitchCon.
Do we go through Clear Lake? No, I think we go back through Waverly. Hopefully we can get through Waverly without getting stopped by the police.
I won't be driving.
There's probably a warrant out for her arrest. Anyway, what else do we want to say about it? So let's talk about, quit laughing. Let's talk about who we saw at Quilters at the retreat, what do you call it? It was
I don't
want to say
I know
seminar,
I call it the wrong one.
Yeah. Anyway,
okay.
Extravaganza. That's what it was called. Hey, we have it on our bags. Let's show them our bags. Do you have your bag?
No, I don't. I'm sorry.
What does it say? Cross Stitch Extravaganza. We got that bag from there. It's nice. It has a little zipper pocket for a cell phone. It's nice. I'm all over the place today, aren't I? Anyway, we saw R&R. Talk about that.
Wow. All I can say is wow. The knowledge that those two gals have is unbelievable. And I have to tell you, Cousin Shelley, these girls were talking to Anne, and I walked up, and they said, well, Shelley introduced me, and she goes, I've heard about you. I'm like, oh, well, didn't you have a relative come into the store? So Shelley, Anne remembered you, and so I couldn't believe that she remembered, because wow. So that was pretty cool.
She also said that they are hearing very good things about Welcome Stitchery.
That's not what I was
So
going to
that,
say.
no, I
Thank
know,
you.
but
it
I
was,
can.
It was so, and then I got to visit with them later.
Yeah.
And when the designers and the other shop owners, I hope they realize how just saying one sentence, one phrase to a new shop, a new business, can mean the world to us. So thank you, everyone. So
Shannon, my sister, she and her husband were on a trip out east in March, maybe. Yeah, it was while we were at market. I think.
That's right.
And they were near Virginia Beach, so Shannon said, "Can we please stop at Dying to Stitch?" And they looked it up on the on the Googles, and it said, you know, what their store hours were. So they went during store hours. Well, they were closed, and Shannon was just heartbroken. But there was somebody moving around inside the building she could see, and pretty soon a lady came to the door and said, you know, "I'm so sorry, you know, we're closed. We didn't anticipate this, but we're closed." And Shannon said, "That's okay." And she looked, I think, kind of disappointed. And they said, "Well, are you from far away?" And Shannon said, "Well, Minnesota." And they said, "Come on in. You can come on in for, you know, 15, 20 minutes and just, you know, look around her." So Shannon ended up buying a kit because she didn't want them to have to cut fabric or anything like that. Well, come to find out, it was one of them had been very sick and in the hospital, and that's why they were closed. But yeah, they were just, and they remembered that, and they were just amazing ladies. And
that's my next trip when I go out to see my sister.
Yeah,
is down there.
The knowledge of the history of stitching and embroidering and
samplers
and all of the antique accoutrement that she's collected, thimbles and needle books and scissors, and just and she brought it all with and passed it around so we could all see it and touch it.
I think my mouth was open the whole time.
It was just, and I'm not kidding you, I have never had 2 hours or 3 hours of a lecture go by like that before. I mean, it was so interesting. It was just
unbelievable.
Yeah, it was very good. And then Needlework Press, and she spoke about houses in samplers, which I found very interesting, because she was talking about how, you know, these little girls, when they'd stitch their samplers, I mean, they're not just stitching any random house, they're stitching something that they know, something that, you know, either where they lived or a house in their neighborhood, or, you know, anyway, that was also very interesting. And Vicki always is just such a pleasure to listen to, and she's got a really good sense of humor, so it was fun to listen to her. And then the next day was La Di Da, and she gave us our little kit, and she was the one that gave us
and she has given those before at market.
Has she? So many helpful hints for stitching, like it's stitching hints from La Di Da, and it came in our package. It says, "Always mark the top of your linen with a stitch or a pencil or pen," especially on pieces like ink circles that are symmetrical, and you can't remember, like, oh, which is this?
Mary Epida does that all the time.
Oh, does she?
And it's just so cool because, you know, how would you know otherwise when they're all the same? All four corners are the same.
And then she gives you a little diagram on where you should start your stitch, your first stitch, always on a vertical thread. And I never used to do that, but I do now, and I will tell you, I notice a difference. It is much easier to stitch. I think that hole by a vertical thread is easier to see. Your needle automatically goes to it. And it's also nice because as you're stitching along, pay attention. Am I always coming up by a vertical thread? Because if I'm not, I'm off. You know, it's very interesting. And then she taught us how she does her pin stitch. I've never had luck with pin stitch until now. And I'm super excited about that because I want to do the pin stitch, but I don't trust it. And now doing it like this, I do. And then she also has a little graph down here about stitching over one. So very, very interesting, and the kit is absolutely lovely. The pattern is lovely.
But that's what I say. She's probably been giving this same presentation for how long?
Right.
And it's like, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah. And I did buy another one of her patterns. Oh, so many people were wearing these stitched name tags around their necks. And they were all Lori Markovic's from La Di Da. The only one that she had and was selling at her trunk show was this one. So I grabbed this, but there were a couple of others that I think she's going to, if she isn't already, like selling them to the wide market. I think she's going to be.
Well, but you can just fit Justine in there for me.
Oh, okay.
That'd be wonderful. Thank you, Shelley.
Anyway, they're just nice to, especially
nice
at a retreat, they have your name, stitch your name on them. And then they have a little pocket for a scissors or your room key or whatever the case may be. So,
by the way, I found my room key when I got home.
Did you know?
Yeah.
She must have went through 4 room keys while we were there.
Whoops.
Don't even get me started. Anyway, that was Lori Markovic. And then, I don't know if I have my Stacy Nash with me. Do you have yours?
Yes.
Oh, good. Pull yours out. And then Stacy Nash was the last presenter. Oh, that's the back. I'm like, what, that doesn't... And her kit was for a Biscornu, which I'm so excited about. It's got swans on it.
Oh, another thing I want to say is we sat in the very, very back of the room. We chose to sit there. They didn't make us sit there. Maybe next time. But to see these designers start at the top or the front of the room and go talk to everybody and be just as excited when you get to the back of the room.
Yeah.
That, I mean, you talk about feeling the joy of needlework.
Yeah. We had a really nice conversation with Stacy Nash.
Mm-hmm. Well, and
I get the impression, well, all of them,
Mm-hmm.
really. I get the impression Stacy's kind of shy.
Well, so am I.
Sure. Anyway, this is called Trumpet of Swans Biscornu. It's got 4 swans on it. It's so pretty. Here's the back of it. And it came with all of the things to do it, right?
Oh, sorry. I don't, yeah, those are in a different thing.
Yeah, there's a little scissors charm. And so that was fun. And she talked about how she got her start in the business and that kind of thing. Oh, yes, and we got this from Needlework Press also.
Very informative.
Yeah, we got this Jeanette A. Buckley pattern from Needlework Press.
I want to start this one. Well, I want to start them all.
Yep.
Just
so
beautiful.
What else can we say about it? Rita and her group was great. We went to Quilter Station. We also went to Cece and Company, which is another cross stitch or LNS store not too far away from where we were.
And was fun.
That was lovely. And
again,
we had a great
time. If you
time.
ever get an opportunity to go to a needlework store, and a different one than what you've been to before.
Yeah.
How fun.
They're all different. They all have a little something unique and special, and they're all worth a stop.
They are.
Should we talk about things that we got while we were at Quilter Station? First of all, Amber, naughty little girl that she is, it was me and Justine, my sister Shannon, and our friend Amber from Rochester that all rode down together. And for some strange reason, Amber thought she needed to bring gifts because we allowed her to come with us. And I thought, you just wait. You're going to be...
She's going to need her Advil,
Yeah.
I told her.
First of all, look at these cute cards that she got from Luminous Fiber Arts. How cute are those? They're just blank inside. She wrote us a lovely little note and included some of her floss cards. And these are pictures of...
This is what she stitched for her grandma.
Yeah, her own stitching. They're just lovely.
They're beautiful.
But wait, there's more. You show yours first because I got to dig for mine.
Well, I know you guys know what my favorite color is. So look what she made me. Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, she made us quilted project bags. Red. She had asked what our favorite colors were. She knew mine and Justine's because we talk about it all the time. But she had texted me and asked what Shannon's is. And Shannon's is yellow, so her bag is just lovely too. It's yellow. And look at, we have a little bling, a little zipper pull bling on it. And then, but wait, there's more. Inside, there was
Oh, yes. Oh,
there
here's
was
mine.
a, what do you call these? Thread bed or thread, yeah, thread card thingy that matches. There was a floss drop. And there was a new stork scissors with a scissor fob. How sweet is that?
Thank you, Amber.
Amber, you're such a doll.
You are. And you put up with us. Thank you. Well, excuse me, you put up with Shelly.
We were so
Thank you,
worried that
thank you.
she was going to get home and her husband was going to say, you're never going with them again. These crazy women. But anyway, I think she had a good time.
I hope
I had a
so.
good time.
I had a wonderful time.
So that was from Amber. And then right away, like I said, when we walked in the door, we saw Missy from Two Needles Pulling Thread. And Missy gave us each a gift. Want to show the floss drop first?
You go ahead.
Here's my floss drop with the cardinals on it. She knows I love cardinals. Go ahead.
Here's my Mrs. Beasley.
Isn't that cute?
That is adorable. I think I'm going to
So
have to
cute.
frame that or hang that up here. I should hang it right above Mrs. Beasley.
And then we each got a little ornament. I believe this is the state of Maine. And then there's a bird inside it. And
Isn't
it's
that
like,
cool?
is this the one of those laser
I think so.
thingies? Or is this Woodbury? I'm not sure, but I
It's
believe
beautiful.
her father-in-law did. If not her father-in-law, her father.
Beautiful.
I believe it was her father-in-law. I
think
think
you're
it's
right.
Kathy's dad did these.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Thank you so much. That was
Yes,
so
thank you,
thoughtful.
Thank you.
My sister wanted to absolutely murder me because she called me several weeks ahead and she said,
Oh,
is this one of those things that we need to bring gifts for everybody? And I was like, no, don't worry about it. People bring gifts to these things. It is just such a nice, and look at this card. Is that not adorable? You get the same one? Yeah, they're so pretty. So thank you very much for that.
thank you.
And then just real quickly, I'm not going to mention names because we don't have permission. We didn't have permission from Missy either, but I think she's
But
okay.
guess what, Missy?
It's a little too late. Isn't
Yeah.
it?
Sorry.
Anyway, several people were handing out their floss cards. We got these along with this beautiful, this is one of those stickers that you put on the back of like a framed piece to identify it. Isn't that pretty? And we got these of this little Scotty dog and a sticker from Stitching with Scotty.
Thank
Or
you.
Stitching Scotty, excuse me. Thank you so much for that. We got some, these are Kathy Lonsbury's, I believe.
Ooh, pretty.
Yeah. These are her floss drops. And then Kathy, I believe Kathy also gave us, oh, where is it? Oh, you have it? There you go. I believe Kathy also made us these, if I remember
And
correctly.
Aren't they gorgeous?
The little Stitcher scissor fob. I think it's so cute.
I'm so excited because we were talking to her. I was talking to her about embroidery.
Mhm.
Maybe I have somebody coming down to teach an embroidery
That would be
class.
fun.
I'm very excited.
That would be fun. Kathy is with so-and-so's, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
get
yeah.
her and
And then I never did get the lady's name sitting in front of me, but she handed this paper plate back to me with all these stickers on it. And she said, here, pass it around. Take as many as you want. She was the sweetest thing. So I just took some stickers for my book of days. It was just sweet. Look at this one. It says vintage. I love it.
that's Shelly Vintage.
Yeah. Another way of saying old. And then
I must
this
have
was,
left mine at
I
home.
think this is from Linny at
It is.
Sable Stitchers.
It's just gorgeous.
It is, yes. Yes, these are
Thank
her
you.
floss
Thank
cards
you. Thank you.
from Linny. And then
Everybody got one of those, I believe. Unbelievable.
Can you believe that?
Thank you.
Beautiful
Thank
little
you.
pin in it.
Thank you.
Yeah, a counting pin in it too. My goodness, thank you so much. People are so generous.
They are.
Not me apparently, but
Well,
people.
me either. Thank you. Thank you.
Anyway, that was really fun. And then we did some antiquing. Do you have anything from your...
No, I don't. They're still in the bags. And I had to move them off my counter downstairs, but we found a lot of stuff.
I got this cute little pin cushion made out of an old quilt. We got this at a quilt store somewhere down in... Oh, this is when we went to... Is it Franklin? No. Hamilton. Is Hamilton where...
Oh, yes.
Missouri Star.
Yes.
Is it Hamilton or Franklin? I can't remember. Hamilton, I think.
It's Franklin in Nashville that we go to. This is Hamilton.
Hamilton, Missouri, where Missouri Star
that I
is
knew it.
at. Yeah. So we went into all these different shops there. I picked up some really fun glass decorative balls, whatever, from, this was one of the antique shops close to where we were in for Quilter Station.
Yeah, was extremely nice.
She was very sweet, yes. I got a couple other things there too, but they were bigger. I didn't bring them. And in where I got this, I bought a big, tall, red finial. It's really cool. So I was excited about that.
If I remember right, she wasn't going to buy it, and I looked at it and told her yes, she was.
I also got this cute little charm pack for $5 that I think I'll use to make project bags. Got that at one of the shops. Do you have your stuff that you bought at Quilter Station? Do you want me to show? Okay. So, R&R had a bunch of fabric there. You know, R&R fabric is hard to find. You know that. So is Picture This Plus. Guess what? They had a bunch of Picture This Plus, too. And I had wanted to try and get the fabric for Eliza's French Birds.
That's right.
And they had it. It's espresso. But prior to going down there, I had just pulled a fabric that I liked. And I thought, if I can find the fabric at Quilter Station, I'll get it and use that. If not, I'm going to use this. Well, I bought this, and I love it, and I'll use it for something, but I actually prefer the one that I bought here.
Oh, really?
So I'm going to stitch Eliza's French Birds on that.
Why don't you stitch it twice?
Why don't you stitch it twice? And then I also got, this is a 36 count espresso by R&R, which is beautiful, like I said, and I'll use it for something else. I got a 32 count Wren by Picture This Plus. I think we all know Picture This Plus in their process. Their weave gets real tight. So a 32 is really, actually probably like a 35, 36. So I got a Wren in 32 and I got a Fawn in 32. So I'm excited about those.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
What else did I get? Oh, I gotta talk about these. I also bought this at Quilter Station.
And I bought a couple, not like that, but a couple other.
They had all of these apples and pears and all done in felt. Oh, and the strawberries. They had a huge thing of strawberries done in felt. And I thought, okay, I have to do this. I have to do this. No. I didn't say I have to do this right now. I said I have to do this. So I bought the pattern, and I also bought a bunch of different wools.
Oh, their wools will just display.
I'll just show you a few here. Look at that. I got some wool at that antique shop too that we went to where I bought the balls.
That's right.
Yeah. There's another one. So yes, I'm gonna, first order of business for the felt or the wool is to do a whole bunch of strawberries because they were just too cute. They were so cute. Can you help me?
Help you.
So that was that, and I think, at that CC and Company, This was stitched and on the wall, and
It's beautiful.
I can't even explain it. And we all say it. We've heard it a million times. Seeing it in person is nothing like seeing it on. So this thing was stunning. And for a Stony Creek pattern, honestly, there's really, other than the words, which I'm not planning to stitch, there's no back stitch in this. I was very surprised. I'm not going to stitch the words, and I'm not going to stitch that outside frame. I'm just going to stitch the inside frame and then the bird and all the business in there. But is he not the cutest little black-capped chickadee you ever saw?
Have you started it yet?
No, not yet. Had to
Are
have
we
it.
going to kit it up tonight?
No. No, but I have it. I have it. What else? I think that's all from down there. My other haul is from you last week during 24 hours of cross stitch. Should we talk about 24 hours of cross stitch?
We should.
That's it for Quilter Station. We had a fabulous time.
We did. And
We
again,
would love to be going down again in September, but I have a wedding that weekend and somebody else had something going on. So unfortunately, we're not going to be able to go then, but I would definitely go again. 100%.
And whoever watches this, thank you.
Yes.
If you were any part of it, thank you, thank you,
Yes.
thank you.
Yes. Yes.
Well, 24 hours was a hoot. Thank you, everybody who came, our old friends, our new friends. It is so fun to see what everybody's stitching on, the colors they're stitching on, what colors they're using. It was awesome. I just can't thank you all enough.
It absolutely amazes me. Every time you do one of these, you have more people. And people from, I mean, there was a gal from Dawn from Illinois. Hello, Dawn. There were people from Iowa. There were people from Wisconsin. There were people from the cities. It was so fun.
The
It's
girls
really,
from Illinois and Indiana, they got out of their car and all I knew was their names. Well, lo and behold, needless to say, I recognized them from the Flosstube that they were on. Or one hand, if I should say. One of the gals just uses her hand in the videos. It was so fun. So fun.
we had a good time. You want me to show my haul from that?
You go for it.
Oh, and one other thing, and I brought one of these to Justine today. Missy and Kathy, yes, I had to get the footstool that you guys recommended.
And thank you. Shelly got me one too.
Yep. This is a portable footstool that you can take along to retreats and to get your feet up off the floor. I don't know about you, but when my feet dangle and I sit in a chair for long like that, my ankles swell. So we're going to give this a try.
Well, and I don't know, Shelly, but we're not getting any younger. So it's not going to get any better.
I don't know why you got to keep saying that. It's just unnecessary fluff as far as I'm concerned. Okay, so at 24 Hours of Cross Stitch, Justine had like a little pop-up shop, and then we also came here and shopped, and then we'd go back and stitch, and then everybody would walk around the room and say, oh, I have to stitch that, and they'd run back to Justine's shop and get that, so that it was just craziness the whole weekend. But I picked up this cute little Arabella's Bouquet by the Scarlet House. I have plans for this. I love it done on that brown fabric, but of course my roses will be red, and I think they'll just pop off that brown fabric. I got all 3 of the kits from Samplers Not Forgotten. We bought these when we were at market, and they're kits. They have everything you need in them to finish them.
They're beautiful.
And I feel like I gave you enough time to sell them to your other friends, but these were still sitting here, so they had to come home with me. So the first one is Posy Basket, and that's got all the accoutrement with it to finish it. The second one is Key to My Heart. Again, everything that you need.
Beautiful.
And Regal Bird Kit, which I just love. And everything that you need. So I picked that up.
Beautiful. Oh, I forgot to bring the wishing, what you gave me.
That's all right.
No, it's not. I'm sorry. I got a pattern. Shelley,
You can bring it
me a
next
pattern
time.
last time.
There's a story behind that whole thing too. So the other thing I bought, I have been eyeballing this for a long time. This is the 2023 Primitive Hair Cross Stitch Calendar. I don't know if you can see those very well, but I am absolutely in love with this thing. And so I finally just said, that's it, I'm buying it. I can't show you the months because that's where the pattern is. But there's one for each month. I want to do these all, and I don't know how I'm going to finish them, but maybe on something, instead of pillows, maybe on something so I can switch them out with the month.
Idea.
But they are so gosh darn cute. And I know you have 2 more of these left, so if anybody's looking for one of these calendars, call Justine.
So when are you going to start it?
I don't know. And then I did not, I went a little haywire. Shh, don't tell Ken. First of all, the wishing thorn that she was talking about.
I'm sorry, it's beautiful.
There was a really pretty blue sampler. I can't remember the name of it. You'll have to show it next time. So I thought, being the lovely friend that I am, Justine needs to have that sampler because I did not think that she could get these for the shop. I thought you had to buy direct only. So I ordered her the blue sampler. I got myself the blue sampler.
You got yourself.
Yeah. It'll be done in red, but I got it. And then I also got 2 other patterns of hers. I don't know why I didn't bring the other one.
They're
but
beautiful.
Come to find out, Justine can get these for the shop.
So thank you.
It doesn't matter. It's been a pleasure to email back and forth with Birgit, I believe is her name. It's been fun to chat with her, and I love her floss tubes. So this is one of the other ones that I got, Night Thistle Sampler, which I thought was just kind of pretty.
Beautiful. When are you going to start that one?
Will you quit asking that? And then...
And she got more!
One last thing. I think. I had to get in on the Sarah Render pattern from Hands Across the Sea. It is the 25th anniversary stitch along that Needle in a Haystack is doing. Are they in Texas? Or where are they?
I can't remember.
I think they're down somewhere south, but it's a limited and exclusive reproduction by Hands Across the Sea. And it has a big old bird bath in the middle with birds. And that's what sold me because I love birds, and that bird bath is just to die for.
Can I just tell you that 10 years ago, Shelley was teasing her sister about liking birds.
Being a bird nerd.
Yep.
No,
Guess
I'm a
who
bird
likes
nerd.
birds now?
I love birds. Maybe it means I'm getting old. I don't know, but I think that when I start this, no, I haven't, and I'm not. But when I do, I think I'm going to do it on a darker fabric because I think that the birds need to pop a little bit more. So, very excited about that too. Oh, we haven't talked about our gifts that we got at 24 hours.
Well, we have some friends from Wisconsin who will be getting something purple next time they come.
Purple and gold.
Yep. There's a little rivalry between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings.
Little? It's historical.
So, go for it.
I'll show the back, you show the front.
So, we got the Wisconsin pillows made for us. Yeah.
With the Packers.
And in here is a football.
Yeah. And a G for Green Bay. Yeah.
Aren't they adorable?
I said, ladies, I'm going to have to take this blingy stuff off so that I can throw this at the TV when we're watching. No, it is very beautiful.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, ladies. It's beautiful. Oh, we love it. We love it, we love it. And be expecting something purple and gold shortly.
We don't know what it is, but be expecting it.
Go ahead.
Did you bring yours?
Yep. You go, and then I'll show.
Leanne made us some bags. They are just adorable.
Yes,
in fact, I put my Sunday stitch in it. Look at this.
Leanne Leanne, is from Two Loose, no, not Two Loose Threads.
I'm not
Loose,
getting it last time I
okay.
did it wrong.
Loose Threads.
And
Right?
this, look at mine has goats on.
And mine has goldfish.
I just love it.
And Jeannie, was it Leanne that made them or Jeannie?
Oh, I don't know.
I think
I'm sorry.
they're from
Thank you
Jeannie
both,
and
ladies.
Leanne. Yes. Oh, and they have thread beds in them too.
Yes.
Look at the cute little thread beds. How cute.
Oh, I already had mine out to show and I can.
These are just awesome.
Oh, right here. Jeez. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So cute.
Oh, fun. Thank you. Thank you, everybody who came. Thank you. Thank you.
And then we each got a bag from Dee.
That's right. I had it. What did I do with it? Oh, I'm using it.
With more goldfish and a little bling at the top. And she also made a thread bed to go with it.
And I love these also. Oh.
Yep. Cute little thread bed with our goldfish on it. So thank you to Dee as well.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
We have so many awesome friends
Yes,
that are
we
so
do.
good to us.
We do.
We do not expect this.
No.
But we are terribly
No.
grateful.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
And then I had 2 more bags that I need to show because Michelle from Mama Loves You GB was talking about some bags she had gotten from Pauline at Sewbe Bags. And it's sew as in the word sew, SEWBEBAGS on Instagram, Sewbe Bags. And she had said that they were really reasonably priced. And so the one that she showed had tomatoes all over it, which you know I love. So I went out to take a look at Pauline's bags and I struck up a conversation with her, and look what she made me.
Oh, aren't they beautiful?
I ordered these. They were shipped all the way from the UK.
Oh, Shelley Lynn.
Yeah, super cute, huh? Look at the cute polka dot, green and white polka dot inside on this. I just love it. And then while I was on her Instagram, I also saw this one. And I thought, I have to have that one too.
Blackbird?
Yes, it's got
Oh,
blackbird fabric on
beautiful.
it. So, Pauline, I asked her if she had any, and she said, I don't, but I can make you one. So, and then
Beautiful.
the sweetheart that she is sent me a lovely card that shows the London skyline with the Tower Bridge at twilight. And I had to keep the little label on the bag because it has a picture of the Queen on it
Oh, cool.
still, and I don't know how long those are going to be around. So anyway, and she also sent a little mini zipper pouch. Isn't that cute?
Cute.
And a little Scotty dog button and a little scissor charm.
Cute.
So nice, Pauline. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Your bags are absolutely
beautiful.
lovely. They came very quickly.
Nice.
I think it was not much more than a week after I ordered them.
Nice.
And they're very, very well done. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I wanted to say hi to her while we were here.
Nice.
Boy, I've talked a lot.
Oh, I got some thimbles. I love the Orifloss wooden thimbles.
They're not thimbles.
Well, I call them thimbles.
They're spools.
I don't care. Yes, you're right. There's a big difference.
Yes, there is.
And so Michelle used hers and gave them to me.
Well, that was nice.
I love them. I'm wondering if I should do a little sampler.
Very, yeah. A
Maybe I
very
could
little
finish that
sampler.
one. Oh, how fun.
Okay. Did we talk about it all?
If we didn't, we apologize. Wow.
We want to say that we're going to StitchCon A.
Yes.
We're going to try and do one more floss tube before that, I think. We're going to try.
Okay.
And I think we were going to have Shannon join us
Hopefully.
for that one.
Hopefully
I
she
hope
will.
so. By the way, Shannon, I love you. I know you're having a rough day. So just wanted to say that. And then Shop news.
Thank you for all who have stopped. It is just so much fun to see where everybody is from. And I have to say, yesterday I had a special visitor. I didn't ask if I could say her name, but she came in here and she said, "Do you remember me?" She used to work for Monica, and she's the gal that because of her, I have this store. It was so fun to see her again and have her look around the store and see the models that she had stitched at Monica's. You know, it is a small world. And it was just awesome. It was just awesome. So again, I can't thank you guys enough for calling, leaving messages, stopping in. We all love it. We all love the stitch, and we all love the needlework. So thank you. I also had a visit from Julie from Running with Scissors.
Yes.
And we had a wonderful,
Those two.
wonderful, wonderful conversation.
They're as nutty as we are.
They are. They are. And hopefully we will get to see them.
I thought, yes, I would like very much
Thank
to
you,
meet
Julie.
them.
Thank you. But yeah, so
You have wine walk next week.
why not next week? And
That's
then,
kind of more of a local thing, but
Right.
yeah.
And then in June we have Mary McGuire coming to teach a needlepoint class.
Is next week is Stitch and BE too,
Yes,
right?
and if you come to Stitch and BE, it's actually at the church this time, right across from Patton Funeral Home. So, and with that in mind, also we have been working on getting the back room set up back here because I have rented that also. So if you come to Blue Earth and want to come stitch for a half a day, an hour, it's open for you if you're interested. So
I checked it out when I got here today.
you did.
Just got some comfy chairs too. It's nice.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So
that'll be fun. Boy, that's all I can think of. What are we forgetting? Has it been a long one? Well, that's not too bad. 45 minutes? That's pretty good, actually.
well,
I felt like I talked forever.
so did I.
Like I talked forever? Yeah. All right.
Am I kidding? All right. Well, I'm out of it. I probably need some more.
Looks like we're staying a while.
Have a wonderful couple weeks. So
Cheers to stitching.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.